Wow, we're here. 5 years. 5 years ago I recorded this. Our first week, January 2024. I lived with a family member. I have no clue where I am now. At this point, hopefully I will have a marriage family therapy license. At least had some form of romantic interaction. That's a hopefully. I'm comfortable living by myself too. I would like to have somebody to share my life with, maybe even having a kid by this point. 5 years is a lot of time. At the time I'm recording this, not long ago, maybe under 5 years ago from when I recorded this, so 10 years ago, I had the first relationship that I had ever had. And it was my mid-20s, right around there. First time I've ever had a relationship. I was very reclusive. I didn't really trust anybody, and everybody thought I was weird, and nobody wanted to spend time with me. And to be fair, I feel that's still pretty much the case. At the time of recording this, maybe not now, but introverts are hard. Finding people who get along with you in some way, it's hard. Especially for people who don't like wasting their time. For me, I don't really take risks on other people unless they've shown they're capable of having risks taken with, if that makes any sense. If people have shown patterns of distrust or maltreatment to others, especially in relationships, why would I ever spend time with that person? If they talk negatively about their ex, what's the point of talking about your ex now? I mean, I guess I am now, but at the point of recording this, I I will never go back to her, but I still admire and respect her and cherish the experiences we had together. We went on a road trip together. We lived together for numerous months. We were long distance. No clue where she is now. It's almost a decade. Feels weird to say that. At the point of recording, and the point of the recording being released, it'll be 10 years. Probably. Strange. Just had a moment of realization that it doesn't matter. I mean, hopefully I'm with somebody that actually is choosing to spend time with me now. I feel like I've learned to have enough self-respect to only want to be around somebody who wants to be around me. New skills or hobbies. That's a possibility, right? At this point, being a marriage family therapist, maybe I took up more of an interest in running Dungeons and Dragons at a store or participating in it. I mean, I guess that wouldn't really be a new hobby. I'm really hoping that I maintained a physical healthy body. I hope that honestly, I kind of hope I'm still going to gym classes, and maybe my partner, if I have one, is going with me. I Yeah, I'd love to either have two incomes, no kid, or have a traditional wife or partner, or at least somebody who's a modest introvert by now. We'll see. Maybe going through graduate school will have given me some opportunities that I hopefully took advantage of. By this point, I should have a license and be a licensed therapist. So, good job, me. Good job, therapy. Pun intended. That's unrelated. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of introspection and a lot of coffee going through my brain right now. Honestly, I'm gonna be blunt. Before my first relationship, when I started in the military, I'd say video games pretty heavily saved my life as somebody who is wanted to consistently escape reality. And to be fair, right? It's not it's not a good alternative to reality. It was a good place for me to be, and I wish I was more active when I was in other portions of my life. But when I was into video games, at least it wasn't drugs or something that caused me to lose all connection with my family and people I cared about. And if you are going through drugs, alcohol, physical or domestic abuse, as a peer, as just as a friend, I want the best for you. And I feel like you know what the best for you is. I can't tell you what that is, but I really, really want you to be someone who is happy with where they are. Again, as long as you're not hurting yourself, others, or abusing children or adults. I feel like you deserve to be happy. Who doesn't? Right? As long as you're following those, not harming yourself, others, or abusing children or elders, or anybody, but especially children or elders, people who don't have as much control over what they can do. I feel like maybe you know what you need to do to be in a happier position in your life. And depending on how technologically advanced society gets, maybe as a 5-year-old you're hearing me talk about this. And you haven't even been born yet. Maybe you were born 5 years ago. Maybe I'm talking to somebody who came from a relationship that happened 2 years ago, and we have no clue what's going on, right? I should probably move on. I just hope you're doing alright. And if you're not, we have... Hopefully, I don't know if we do, but hopefully we have a community where you can talk about things as long as it follows terms of service. Doesn't talk about you harming yourself or others, or elder abuse or child abuse. But yeah. Channel. We're gonna have to make these 2.5 minutes each. I don't know how my content has evolved in the last 5 years. I'd love for you to tell me in the comments or in our server and just timestamp this video and send it to me and make me listen to my own voice from 5 years ago. That'll be weird. I don't know. I feel like this would be a great premiere. We'll see. Maybe it'll go along with all of the others. And we'll see what happens, right? But the channel... I believe I said like 5 to 10,000 by now. Maybe it's way more than that. Maybe I'm the next big YouTuber, but I have pretty controversial views on reality from my perspective. Being somebody who's just observed for a large portion of their life, I feel like I'm not saying I'm a wise old man, but I've experienced a lot, and I'm sure you have too. And I'd love to hear about what you experienced and what positives and what negatives, what positives are coming and what negatives you've overcome. But for the channel, I would say hopefully we're at 10,000 now, and in 10 years, I'd like to say 10 to 25,000 people, maybe. I mean, keep in mind, I'm only doing this part-time, probably as a hobby. I could have a family and chosen to give up YouTube by this point. Maybe the last video I did was the one... Well, actually, no, it won't be, because I'll have other gaming ones out. Maybe this will be the last video that ever goes up on the channel. Actually, that's not true either, because we have ones that'll go out until I'm 100. Yeah, maybe in 5 years you'll still be subscribed to the channel that has no other active videos on it, and you're gonna be like, wait, what the heck? Oh yeah, that's right. And you're gonna get to hear me talk about something that I'm gonna have talked about 5 minutes later from recording this video now. But it'll be 10 years. That's wild, crazy, totally tubular. Yes, I'm weird, I'm aware. I have 2 minutes, so let's talk about the community here. Dude, I really hope we are in a position where we've done some big collaborations. I'd love to have, at this point, emotionally exhausted myself from over 24-hour streams for some form of well-vetted mental health charity. Or disability, or some other form of charity, right? I'd love to have done some form of big event with all of you live. I feel like that would be so fun. I'd love to have fully napped. Maybe that'll be the goal. Maybe by 10 years we have raised $50,000 in a charity, and there's like those subathon things, right? Maybe we can find a way to make it so. I'd love to have in 10 years aided in donation from you guys, from all of you, and probably myself at that point. If we're doing this, I'll probably have done some form of matching. Maybe 1 to 10, or 1 to 25, or 1 to 100. But probably not 1-1. No way I did 1-1. My logic brain wouldn't work. I have 10 seconds. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you in tomorrow's video? Maybe?